Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. So today I have come up with a topic that is how to understand human behavior and human beings so that you can meet people and make friendships with them, make collaborations with various kind of people. So meeting human beings is a very authentic thing that is happening from very past times. But nowadays, socialization has reached such a level, it's a diminished level where people are more interested in things, materialistic lives. Well, socialization is happening throughout our life and throughout whenever from the time this earth has been formed or human beings have been formed and through evolutions, everything. So, this knowing human beings has become a very essential and vital thing nowadays, as people are not able to understand each other and thus relationships are not long lasting, whether it's a spouse relationship, whether it's a friendship, whether it's some relationships that we make outside of our family, etc., etc. So, understanding human behavior, we have to keep certain things in mind, which I am going to discuss with you now. Is that, first of all, when you decide to make friends with someone, one has to, as we do things, that we assume that this person is going to be good and right for us. This person, whatever traits we have, whatever we have our own personality, we make the assumptions accordingly. And what happens is, then the thing happens that something else we get to experience. Maybe the person is very rude, maybe the person is exactly opposite whatever we have assumed or whatever we have imagined of that. So through this assumption, many things are not able to understand. So what we have to do is we have to spend time with that person. We have to give time to the relationship, whatever relationship it is. I'm not highlighting here relationships that it has to be a boyfriend girlfriend relationships, or it has to be some husband wife relationships. It could be any relationships. A friendship is also a relationship between two people. That's a friendship. It's a good name. It has its own name. So one has to deal with persons, their behaviors from time to time. One has to check their behaviors, understand that whatever on what situation, how they are behaving. Maybe someone could be very much interested in money, or someone could be interested in something else. Maybe someone is physically attracted, or maybe someone is attracted towards your money. So you have to understand it with time. You have to give time to yourself, to the relationship, to the person. As time goes, with time you will experience everything. But why people fail to experience everything, that the reason is that people overlook many things. Maybe if they are friends, if they have made friends and they have some very good connections, and maybe the friend is asking for money on and off, and maybe this friend is not bothering about that, as they have taken as those people their friends, and they are taking it as lightly, casually. And that other person may be greedy, or maybe someone who is always interested in money. And so this kind of one has to be very much careful with this kind of persons. So sometimes it happens we get in touch with some serial killers, psycho people, then some psychological issues that we have rarely seen in life. Maybe someone is very violent, maybe someone is very dominating, controlling. So in friendship also this happens. someone is too much possessive and over possessive over someone. So this could one could get into bad situations with such kind of people. So you have to give time to this kind of persons, you have to give time to your relationships, as else it's very difficult to understand, because everything requires time. Even uh, changing situations also take time to change. Some changes come very fast, but generally changes take a lot of time. So you have to your understanding would also take time, because it's not that always something is happening and you have understood. So things are not that easy what we expect. So, a few things we can keep in mind to be cautious about this kind of problems is that, first of all, we should not get into judgment on some few meetings. And next one is, we should not make assumptions with that person's behavior. Just meeting that person for a shorter period of time, we should give more time. We should try to get that relationship last for long if we find it favorable to us. So next comes, try to understand that person's character, how he behaves, and what are his views, what are his beliefs. So one has to think about all of this, because views, beliefs, understanding power, observations, so all of this makes the character of a person, and thus we find the personality within oneself. So don't get into, and yes, one more thing, one last thing is that we mostly get into the presence, the outer look that we see, and we feel that the person is so much attracted, and we get attracted to the person. So whatever the glaze we find, because we have a saying, we should keep in mind that all that glitters is not gold. So it's often that things that are very much glossy are very much hollow inside. So try to get to know the person. Don't get impressed by his charming appearance, don't get impressed by his looks, don't get impressed by his words. Try to see everything, try to get experience, try to get proof of whatever, how they're acting, how they're behaving on various kind of situations, on various times, various situations of life, as you continue the relationship throughout. So hope friends this was helpful to you to understand how to understand human beings once you start socializing with people, because it's not always possible that your parents are going to hold your hand and take you out to meet people. So you are enough grown up, you have to understand your own, you have to be strong within yourself, you have to be confident to know people. So these are the few basic things that I could suggest you to help you, so that you don't get into a wrong path, or you don't get into person's hands, or you don't get into some problems. So you don't get into traps. So this was something I thought to discuss here to guide you all. So friends, I guess this was helpful to you, and you have got a clear idea on the basics that you should keep in mind while you go out and make friends. So keep such things in your mind. So thank you friends. Bye bye. Love you all.